Alright, so we're back at it again, finally. It's been a good bit of time, but I spent a lot of that time working on the base. So I've changed pretty much everything around on it, as well as I built a new structure to replace the cockpit that was on the base. Um, I've also moved the ships around. I've went ahead and I've redone all of the auto docking for all of my craft, aside from Arcadia. It does not have auto docking as a feature. I haven't done anything else other than manage a base. But uh, this here is pretty much what I've done. So I redid all of everything actually. I moved the build and repair system over to the side, and I've expanded out a few more rows. And just for the moment, I have these conveyor junctions acting as the connectors for Mini Mercy, frigate, and my mining ship Doug. And I've expanded the storage out, as you can see, quite a bit. So I have two planes, I guess you could say, of cargo, and both of them are 4 by 6, so that's 24, 48 large cargo containers, so tons of storage. I currently just have one single nuclear reactor. I have 3 like columns of O2 generators, each one with a hydrogen engine on either side to be the main source of power generation. I have 8 of these large hydrogen tanks. Then I have far more oxygen tanks than what will ever be necessary. Over here I have 6 refineries, all with the yield modules installed. I have 2 gravel sifters with I believe yield modules on them, as well as batteries filling in empty space. And then just above that I have 2 assemblers, both with 4 speed modules, also having batteries to fill in the gap on that space, just to kind of keep a nice compact profile. So I spent a good bit of time trying to work this out to get a configuration that will both allow for expandability and without making any unnecessary wasted space. So it's all compact. It's completely expandable. I can put additional refineries or assemblers or gravel sifters just end to end, and just carry on this exact configuration for as far as necessary. And the cargo I can expand out if need be, but I doubt I ever really will. Same with the hydrogen, oxygen, and O2 generators, as well as the these engines as well. I can expand down, I could expand out, whatever I deem necessary at the time. I've also built this nice little building here. I'll show the inside of that in a minute. But for all the Prototech, the gyros are kind of spaced out because I feel like it just looks a little nicer, especially since these, when they're on, like have like moving, or well, they're supposed to move. I guess it actually has to be a like a ship in order for them to do their animation, but normally they have like a little animation where they spin around. But anyway, I have those kind of spaced out. I got the batteries all grouped up in one group. This is all just strictly the Prototech blocks that will be placed out here. just because I think it kind of looks sort of aesthetically pleasing to have them set out here almost as like cargo or like the important salvage blocks. And then over here I have a similar sort of thing with the thrusters where I just have these sitting on mag plates just attached to the base. The Arcadia, I've found out how close I can get it to being like touching the base without it like losing connectivity to the connector. And then I extended out the landing gear and then locked them in place. So like right now, if I were to take Arcadia up and fly it around, whatever, these landing gear are going to stay in this exact same configuration. So when I come to touch back down onto the base, I can just hold the downwards thrust and press these landing gear against the base while I line up the connector. So that way it'll be like at just the edge of being able to connect. And that kind of gives the illusion that it's actually utilizing the landing gear, which I think looks amazing, especially with the lights actually being on it and everything for parking. It just gives a really cool effect in my opinion. Then I have Maggie parked right next to Arcadia. Arcadia's just a little wide, so it kind of renders this connector useless other than just to pull parts from. But I thought that was pretty interesting. And on the side of this sort of main building here, I have the Prototech refinery. I think this is the refinery. Yeah, this is the refinery here. And I do have it piped up through a connector to the one of the cargo containers on the other side. And then I have this kind of base here set up with 2 sensors and 2 doors for a automated airlock. Inside there are 4 event controllers, 2 for the power, which I've reconfigured now to only utilize the hydrogen. The large reactor I can manually turn on and off, but it is not automated, and that's solely to save on uranium because I mainly want uranium to go towards ammunition rather than having to rely on uranium power generation, considering I have a massive asteroid of ice not too far from the base. I would much prefer burning through that ice, which is right there, rather than burning through the uranium, which is a whole lot more rare of a resource. Just approaching the door here, what will happen is this door will open once that one closes, and then when I enter, I leave the range of that sensor, enter the range of this sensor. This one will close the door behind me, and once this door is closed, it will open this door. And I can pass right on through. Entering the base, we have an ATM directly covering one of the event controllers, and the other 3 are just across the ceiling here. I have my medical station right here with a bit of decoration. Over on this side, we have an inset aquarium with a kelp tray here, a little window that you can kind of look out of. I didn't plan ahead for the batteries being there. I put those there after, and it kind of ruined the view of this window, but that's fine. Over here, I have the inset couch, which has kind of like this little natural oxygen generating kind of system here. It just has like little decorative trees and stuff in here. It doesn't actually make any oxygen, but it's kind of cool decoration. I figured it would go really nicely across from the aquarium, so you can kind of see the fish or look at the trees or whatever. It's a little dark in here for that though, unless you have the flashlight shining directly on it. But they could increase the brightness of some of these lights, probably put lights on the actual ceiling itself. But that's just finishing touches, I suppose. I have a little desk here, some planters here for decoration. Nice large bay window so you can look out on the moon. Over here we have another little bay window here that you can use to look out at the larger ship docking. And over here we have a door that opens up into kind of spare room here. And what we have in here is a toilet, the base beacon, and the Prototech assembler. And that's pretty much all that there is really to this room. But I thought it was pretty nice. I still need to work out where I'm going to put the air vent. Because I would like to have this room pressurized and everything. But I haven't quite worked out where I want the air vent to be located just yet. Probably through the floor in here somewhere. If I had thought ahead, I could have put it here and moved this base beacon. I don't want to move this beacon again because then I'd have to reprogram all of my ships again. So I probably won't be moving that beacon anytime soon. Back over here we have just a little bit of decoration utilizing the armory kind of blocks and the weapon rack. And if I can stop yawning. This ATM is actually functional. You can't deposit anything other than just the credits. You can also withdraw credits from there as well. But that's pretty much it. And then this airlock, you know, it'll just kind of do its thing. And say for instance that was closed like that, so you were on the opposite side of the airlock, it actually will still function too. So I can come up here, and as you can see through that little window, I don't know if you saw it or not, but this door closed up, opening the one in front of me, and I can step inside. The one behind me closes, this one opens, and there you go, and it functions just the same the other way around as well. So if I flip that around, I come up here, you can see that one closes, this one opens, we enter the airlock, the one behind us closes, this one opens. So there's as long as there's power and all these blocks are intact, the airlock will function regardless of what state it's in. So I thought that was pretty interesting. There have been a few unidentified signals popping in here and there. But I have not went to do any like events, or I didn't do any pirate beacons or anything else. The only thing that I've been working on is just kind of redesigning the base. I think I've done kind of a mid-tier job, I guess, on designing all this. And it's certainly not bad, but I don't think it's necessarily my greatest work, but it is nice though having the airlock be completely functional, unlike the previous one I was utilizing where sometimes the door would get caught trying to exit. So I think it worked out pretty well. I'm gonna go over here and check out this unknown signal. Also, not too long ago, they've actually announced when the next update comes out, which will be April 28th, one day before my birthday. And one of the things that they've changed is how the unknown signals work. Now there's also going to be new types of unknown signals. including better rewards, and in fact, from the time that the update comes out until May 30th, so that's just over a month, they are going to increase the drop rate for the more rare cosmetics in the game. So like the zombie set, the pharaoh set, the slime set, stuff like that. You're going to increase the drop rate for all of those cosmetics. And those are pretty much free to get. You just have to go up to those signals and interact with the button. So, I mean, it's pretty easy stuff to do. And as far as I'm aware, those cosmetics are fully tradable on the market as well. So the market prices are going to drop after the update's been out for a little while. In fact, the market prices are probably already dropping because anyone who realizes that they can probably get whatever cosmetic they're wanting to get during the update, they're probably getting fewer sales just due to people deciding to wait to try to earn the cosmetic versus buying it. But also after that update comes out and it's been out for a while, there's going to kind of be a bit of a flood of new, more rare cosmetics on the market. So that's going to kind of tank the prices a bit, but it's going to make it cheaper and easier to get hold of those cosmetics. So it's kind of a upside or a downside depending on if you already have an investment in cosmetic trading or not. Probably you don't. Most people, I think, probably wouldn't invest in something like that because it's only a few cents or so for most of the cosmetics. Some of them are a little bit more, but it's not really a high value thing to be trading. And also, one thing I really like is how the reflections look and everything. Like, as you can see, there's like the reflection of the Arcadia's kind of engine pack over there, and the window. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. And I feel confident in saying that I've finished expanding out the base now. I don't think I'm going to be needing anything extra here. Let's see. So yeah, I've already burnt through all the ice. So what we can do is go and pick up some more ice and then check and see how the docking's working. It should be pretty much all good. So I haven't done extensive testing with the new docking paths, but I have checked to make sure that each ship can dock successfully at least one time. So hopefully that'll be about good enough. We'll come over here, we'll grab some ice while we wait for some closer signals to come in. I don't know if any will or not, but you know, we can keep our hopes up and see if something interesting will happen. In the meantime, we can continue collecting some of this ice. I've been through this tunnel a couple of times now, and I'm... Oops. What did I break? That's very unfortunate. I didn't damage this though, did I? Nope. Okay. So, just the thrusters. Doesn't look like anything completely broke. The only thing that I'm unsure about is the connection between the cargo and the actual drill. I guess the only way to test that is to actually start drilling some stuff here, so go ahead and turn that on. And it seems stuff is going into the main cargo, so I don't think I broke any of the connectors, which is good. And we can double check that by looking in the large container here. And apparently some stuff has been mistakenly put into my large cargo containers. That's probably due to the fact that I haven't gone through and renamed all the new cargo containers. So I just kind of type in large cargo and just throw everything over, which isn't ideal. I need to go through and name all of the base cargo separately from everything else. But one thing that I did away with was all of the conveyor sorters on the base, because it led to some unforeseen issues when trying to clear out the refineries to refine a specific material type that was needed, rather than just letting it refine everything out as it goes. So getting rid of all those conveyor sorters kind of fixed that issue. The only thing now is all of my items are going to be thrown together in the same pool of inventories, so it's going to be a little difficult to find something specific, though it'll be just a small price to pay for simplicity in fixing some of the other issues I experienced. I'll just go ahead and manually turn this off and back out. Oh. Okay, well. It seems Doug is being, like, extra fragile today, so. That's always fun. Should be fine, though. I still have, one large ion thrust in forward and reverse, so it's not the end of the world. I can still maneuver. And I may come for that mining transport. Let me dampen to this and grab my binoculars here. Take a look here. Yeah, I might consider coming out for that. Alright, and although we're just gonna ride in the Doug mining ship until we get back to the base, just to watch it dock, make sure everything goes smoothly. And in addition to that, I left the bar system on, so once I get within range of the dock, it should automatically repair any damaged blocks. Missing blocks, not so much. I don't have a projector set specifically to repair Doug, which that would need to be placed on the ship itself. There's definitely room. I could fit a projector in here for sure. I see 3 spots right here on the back that would be just about perfect for placing something like that. overall, I'm honestly quite happy with how the current base turned out. There's definitely like some things I could do to improve it a little bit, but I think for right now this is pretty much peak performance for what I want and need out of my base. You'll also notice I have not replaced any of the thrusters on the base. I've just removed those entirely. For right now, I don't actually plan on ever moving this base. That may change in the future, but for now, this will be perfectly fine. And it seems Doug still has that same issue that it did previously, where it just does not want to get quite close enough to actually dock up. So that's probably something I'll need to look into. In fact, let's see. A quarter dock. That should actually dock up, but I don't know. Honestly, I'm not really worried enough about it to care all that much. Just as long as it gets pretty close, that'll be good enough for me. See what I'll do. Take a look at the hydrogen here. So, yeah, it's going to take quite a bit of time to fill up one of these tanks. An hour and 10 minutes. But that's also due to the fact that the hydrogen being produced is going into each one of these, so it's divided into 8. So whatever my maximum hydrogen production is, you have to divide that by 8, and that's how they get the estimation until full. So I mean, that's still a hell of a lot of hydrogen being produced, and I don't think I can burn through quite enough for it to ever become an issue. And just like previously on the last base, the hydrogen engines will only ever kick on once the batteries get below a certain percentage. So there's not really a whole lot of risk in it. But I think I'm going to take Arcadia out there to grab that transport. And actually what I want to do before I start flying out there is clear my hotbar. And grab a hacking computer. There we go. And now we can undock. Arcadia still does not have any mag plates or anything of the sort. It seems, yeah, it wasn't fast enough. That mining vessel decided to despawn, so we're instead going to loop around and grab the Sunwing signal. Yeah, way overshot that, but that'll be fine. I believe the Arcadia signal distance is 20,000, or yeah, 20,000 meters, 20 kilometers. Don't really need that offer here, but I'll take it anyway. And let's see here. I don't need anything over there, so that'll be fine. We'll fly over to Arcadia. And don't believe that the jump capability, yeah, only 163 kilometers, so I'm not going to be able to make it to any of these signals. Probably get to and from that station relatively quickly, but it's nothing really all that special. I could fly over to the moon and see what we find over there. Should be a station or two down there. So we'll just kind of fly over there, take a look and see, and then when I start getting low on hydrogen, we can fly back. And actually, now that I think about it, I can also let's go and put the moon base GPS in the jump drive, so that way if I run out of fuel, as long as I'm not within atmosphere and there's nothing blocking the jump, I should be able to just jump back to the base and refuel there. But like I said, let's fly down here and take a look and see what we got. Number 6 should be the camera. I'm not really seeing much anything, but probably a bit too far off for most things to spawn in. I haven't really had a chance to properly land Arcadia on a quote-unquote planet yet. So we can touch down on the moon and kind of get a little look around. What have you, I guess. Well, take a look and see what we can find. It is probably not going to be a whole lot, but it's just kind of something to do to pass the time until a signal pops in. And I did do some looking on the kind of spawn intervals and everything, that is actually completely configurable. There is a file, if you go to the save file location and kind of dig in the actual files for the save itself, there's a config file that you can configure and manually change the spawn rates and limits for all of the encounters and stuff. And you can actually crank that to an insane degree to where like enemy bases will spawn in close enough for them to fight each other, which is pretty interesting, but it's also probably pretty intensive for like your standard save. And I think I see something right there. No, okay, that's just the way the light's reflecting off the moon. Cool. Not seeing any new signals here. We'll just kind of drift down, land in one of these craters here. Thinking probably land in this area, I guess. There's a little bit more texture over there. Okay, so I'm kind of falling into the gravity well. Okay, we got a decent amount of braking, so we can get a little closer here. There's that ENMU station over there that we found before. And then touch down right here on the there's a little bit of ice in this crater, and take a look at how the landing gear actually work. I have them kind of partway extended. It should be enough to keep it safe on decently level ground, which I don't think we actually have much decently level ground here, but should be fine enough. We're getting kind of close here. We'll just turn the dampeners off. Head over here. And
no fuel.
Just turn everything off. Actually, I'm going to leave the batteries on solely to keep the lights and jump signal on. Or the not jump signal, but the beacon for the ship. So I mean, the landing gear work. It's off the ground. It's pretty nice. There's not really a whole lot on the moon to really find or anything, but it's a pretty neat place. It's got some very deep craters. When you're kind of hovering outside of the atmosphere, a lot of this looks way more flat than it actually is. It's pretty cool. But God, the ship just looks so nice though. just flying that ship down to to the moon is giving me kind of flashbacks to Destiny 1, heading off to fight the Thrall and stuff. I don't know if anyone's watching this has ever played Destiny 1, but God, it was a good game. We used a decent amount of hydrogen just getting over here, so you probably already tell, like, this ship is not meant for long-range travel outside of utilizing the jump drive, but you should be just barely capable of getting off of even the highest gravity planet. I do know that the workshop listing for this ship mentioned that it can even fly within the atmosphere of Pertam, so presumably it would have just enough fuel to get out of the gravity range. Also, there is a FCPR processing plant over there. So I think we're going to head over there and take a good look at that. Assuming that my amount of fuel will allow for it. Take a look and see what that processing plant has for me. Says defensive protocols online. Facility lockdown initiated. Yeah, we're gonna drop the save just in case it decides to start firing on me when I get too close. Let's take a look and see what it's got. There's no hidden blocks on it, which is interesting. It's not showing me all of the inventory, I guess because it's not all been claimed just yet. I'll let that hacking computer kind of do its thing, and I'll determine whether it's something worthwhile as far as trying to keep it around, clean the grid and grind everything down, but I don't think there's going to be. Okay, can do while I wait for that hacking computer to do its thing is I can fly over here and check out this unknown signal. And yeah, this is nice. And my hydrogen usage should be quite a bit higher in the jetpack since I'm technically within atmosphere here. So it's going to do a little extra work just to keep me hovering rather than, or compared to what it would do in space. Nice, got another grinder. Got a little bit of credit for me. It's not too bad. Oop. Got a little close there. I thought I was going to smack into that. I'm going to fly back over to the station here and check in on the progress of the hacking computer. Luckily it hasn't spawned any drones or anything, so that's good for me. Turn off those, turn off the beacon. Open that door and close, or lock it, or turn it off, I mean, if I could speak. So I have access to the refinery. There's not much here. Got some steel plates, some ice, so that'll be interesting. Also, thought I turned my jetpack off, but I guess not. See if I can find an entrance. So this ladder would be it. Okay, there is a defensive drone. No, it was just a defensive protocols signal that it's me. There's some flares. They want any of that. Oh, okay, never mind. I was looking at the wrong thing. We'll grab the cobalt. And we got some credits. Bit of a maintenance hatch, I guess. Thing up on the top here. Not really. That's the refinery. Okay. So there's not a whole lot to the base, I guess. There's another floor apparently, but I don't know how to properly access that. I don't think this is like an elevator or anything, so... But it does seem like there's a whole nother floor down there. There is like a door or something. Let's see here. Oh, okay, no, that's a window. Interesting. So how would you go about accessing that? Guess the easiest way, just hop in through the window. Oh, there's a ladder there for that. Cool. Grab the cobalt. Don't need anything else. Large cargo container. I would take a few trips to grab all that. Check in here. We got silicon and nickel.
Inventory full.
That doesn't actually go anywhere. Cool. We have a decent amount of stuff in there. Probably the best way to put everything into the ship here is just like that. Oh, apparently I've been storing stuff in the further on here already. That up. Back in here. Grab some of that nickel, I guess. No. Oops. Didn't realize I left my gyros on, so let's turn those off so I don't accidentally rotate the ship again and tear it apart. Oops. No button. No button. Dump that in there. Doesn't seem like there's anything worth value in those silos. So. Anything high value in here? Those are pretty decently high value. Let's grab some of that. I don't think I can actually get into the ship. Okay, never mind. Can without having to fly. Oh, still some of these radio components. I think that'll be pretty much all I need. Oops. Good. Grab this back. Supposedly, can't deposit that into the ship, so I imagine I'm out of space already. what I can do now is turn on my gyros, turn on the thrust, turn the dampeners on, and then we can go ahead and leave from here. And I think I'm going to just fly forward and out of the atmosphere, try to save on some hydrogen. There we go. Now we're in space. Go ahead and turn those dampeners off and just kind of float off for a little bit until I can straight line it to that station. I'll actually turn the engines off so it stop burning fuel, because just having them on does burn a tiny amount of fuel. Pretty sure I've been to the station already. No harm in checking in, seeing what the inventory is, because it is randomized. I don't know exactly what the refresh times are for the inventory, so I'm almost certain that it's been plenty enough time for the inventories to cycle. And just doing that short little trip flying around on the moon, just that little bit of time, I've already used up the majority of my fuel. I could have definitely saved some with more efficient flight, but it'll be fine. I don't think I'm in any danger of running out. Or at least not without being able to still get back to the base regardless.
No fuel.
I don't think that my batteries or hydrogen or anything is just going to charge on its own from the base connection. Pretty certain I'd have to actually go inside and pay for all of that to be filled, but don't think these docks here are large enough for Arcadia to actually dock up with, but let's see here, what do we have as far as contracts go? Any bounties? No. Acquisition. Nothing good. Well, I mean, I guess there was something good there, but not a massive amount of money. Yeah, I think for these holding contracts, I'd be better off bringing the frigate. Repair. Duration 2 hours. What do we got in store here? Some zone chips. Okay, what are you looking for? Some decent price on the uranium. 69 piece. 500. I think actually... okay. So I can't actually just sell a fraction. I have to sell either what the full listing is, or I can't sell it at all. Oh, never mind, I can actually sell partials. I just have to select it properly. So that would be... okay. Okay, so that's how you sell stuff. Okay. I wasn't actually sure on how to do that. I've never actually sold anything before, so... yeah, well, I guess I can't say that, but... I haven't sold, enough times to really understand how it functions, I should say. Okay, I see. So 10. No, it's less than 1,000 meters, so no, 10 would be right. Some data pads. Should be able to just buy all of those. I don't think I actually bought the data pads. Never mind. Yep. So we got a business shipment out there. Okay. Now that I think about it, I probably shouldn't have sold off all those computers and plates because I would need some of those for the hacking computer, so I won't be able to take over the business shipment. So that's a learning moment right there. Nothing special. Cool. We did get some more credits and some interior plates. It's not too bad. Also, I no longer need these data pads because I created a GPS problem. Could set those out to float infinitely in space. Guess now we can go and check and see how full the ship is. I don't know if I filled up, like the way that I selected it, I don't know if I filled up solely the tank I had selected or if I filled up the whole ship. I think it was just the tank I had selected. So take a look and see how much hydrogen's on it now. If it hasn't moved much, then we know it was just the one tank.
No fuel.
Yeah, so it didn't really fill up that much. So it'd be kind of a pain to fill this one up through a station because there's just so many small hydrogen tanks on it. I can give it a go and see how annoying it actually would be. There's this large hydrogen tank here. So that would be we can do 300. Let's these don't close on their own.
No fuel.
Okay, so yeah, I can fill up the large hydrogen tank, and that gives me a decent amount of fuel back. Granted, that was a good chunk of my credits. Speaking of credits, I have some here. Oh, dock, I can't actually access through the seat for some reason. That's interesting. I'm wondering if maybe I broke one of the connectors that very well could be. You know what? Yep, that's exactly what happened. One of my connectors somewhere along the line got broke.
No fuel.
Regardless, I can switch everything back on. And undock. You know, I haven't tried the new jump drive in this survival game yet, and I haven't recorded the effect of the new jump drive either. So let's go ahead and give that a go. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a whole lot better than the base game jump drive, in my opinion. I'm kind of fast here. We'll turn the ion thrusters off. There we go. Unlocked. Head over here. And turn all of this off, including my antenna. Yeah, it was a pretty fun road trip out. I don't think any of the stations that I got the locations for were actually new stations. I think they were all the same little ones that I already had. And it doesn't look like any of these unidentified signals are going to refresh closer anytime soon. So, I was thinking probably what I'm going to do is go ahead and end the recording, and then whenever something interesting does happen, I'll make another video and kind of record that. Any pirate signals or if an unidentified signal gets within range, I'll start up a recording and get a video out of it. But until then, I think this here is going to be pretty much it. So go ahead and stop recording, and I'll see y'all guys whenever I make another one. So, bye.